Hey everybody, Rich here. I thought it'd be fun just to show what 350 bucks will buy you these days with computer stuff. All the stuff you see here, this is a mild upgrade of my current box. This is by no means anything that is lightning fast, but anyway, this is what you get. This right here is 8 gigs of RAM, 2 and 2, Mushkin enhanced. It is PC3 10666. Not obviously not the fastest stuff in the world, but it is DDR3, so it's pretty good. A decent upgrade from what I had. Put this on the side. I'll get to the motherboard in a second. Moving the processor from the old motherboard to the new one there. This is called Arctic Clean. There's thermal material remover and purifier. When you remove a processor out, there's thermal gunk left on it. You need stuff like this. This is about $8 for this stuff. This right here is a 500 gig drive, 7200 RPM Samsung, just a bare drive. This is how they come packaged these days. This is a replacement CPU fan by Rosewell. Simple, does the job. This is a basic 580 watt power supply. I didn't need to replace this, but I did anyway because the one I have is getting kind of old. Simple DVD burner drive. It's a light on. Not really much to say about it. I purposely ordered the boxed version and not the OEM because it comes with cables, and I needed the cables for it. And when you're shopping on Newegg, that's the difference between bare and, OEM. And if it doesn't say OEM, that means it comes full boxed with the cables. This is about 20 bucks. If you were to buy it bare, I think that's about $5 less. And let me just move this aside here. Okay, here's the biggie. Well, actually, this is the second most expensive part of the upgrade. The RAM was actually the most expensive. Now, this is a gigabyte motherboard. You'll notice a huge USB 3.0 on it. Yes, this does have USB 3 on it. Although I don't have anything USB 3 to connect to it. When I do get USB 3 stuff, at least I'll be ready for it. Driver disk. And user manual, the multilingual installation guidebook. I do like the fact Gigabyte still to this day has good documentation. I like the fact the panel that goes on the back is color coded nicely. Sometimes when you get motherboards, almost nothing is marked. This is actually marked well. Now you'll notice that this is USB, this is USB, these are USB 2, this is USB 3, it's blue. And they're also blue on the motherboard. Gigabyte gives you a nice sticker if you want to put that on your box. This is actually a pretty thick sticker, you can see it's beveled. It looks pretty nice. I do like the fact they still give you cables. There's your IDA cable there, and the other one. Now I haven't opened this up yet, and because I'm not going to open it up on this table, but you'll see the USB thing here, and I don't know if I can probably do this. I don't know if you can see that, but there's USB 2, and you'll notice that the USB also on the motherboard directly is blue. So when you have USB 3, it's really easy to tell the difference between the 2s and the 3s. So anyway, later in this week, I'm going to be putting all this stuff in here. And the reason I went with the new motherboard was not for USB 3.0. It was actually so I could get more RAM, because this supports 16 gigs of RAM. So I can go to Windows 7 64-bit. I actually do have Windows 7 64, but my old motherboard only supports 2 gigs of RAM, and that's not enough. Well, okay, it's technically is enough for 64, but I'd rather have 8 gigs to accommodate that. So this right here is what's gonna let my 64-bit setup run pretty well. And 8 gigs of RAM is nothing to sneeze at. I could have, yeah, and yes, I could have gone with 2 sticks, like 2 4 gig sticks for 8 gigs, but I decided to go with 4 because I don't. If the day comes when I need 16 gigs of RAM, and I'm sure that'll happen one day, I'll just get a whole new computer at that point. This is the most RAM I'm putting in this board because 16 gigs, while nice to have, is a bit ridiculous. Take it easy.